Hey, SEGways!
I've never watched Garrett Watts before. Never. I've had a fair few of you SEGways request that I check out Garrett Watts' channel, but whenever I put him up for the vote, he doesn't even come close to winning. I mean, even Moxley beat him. So I'm not really holding my breath here. Well, I decided instead of putting Garrett up for a vote, I'm just gonna do one of his videos because I've had so many of you ask me to do it. And I gotta admit, the curiosity has gotten the better of me. At the time of me making this, Garrett hasn't actually uploaded a video of his own in over 5 months. So I don't know if he's just taking a long break away from YouTube or what really. I decided I'm going to pick this video right here, and I promise ya it's got nothing to do with it being one of his shorter videos. Cause honest to God, fuck doing these 2-hour long endeavors. Please watch Garrett Watts' original video before you carry on any further with my load of old bollocks.
What'd you hear?
Dude, I can't with this place.
It just got so cool.
That's right everyone, it's another ghost hunter purchasing a haunted property. Yes, cause that's never been done before.
Okay, welcome to Spokane, a place that I love very, very, very much. And by the way, I'll explain why this looks like a scene from Blair Witch in just a moment. Okay, we'll get there. So I love Spokane because...
I hate every single last one of you who have led me to this video.
And I just barely got into town, and I'm here right now for my niece's high school graduation. It was an incredibly last-minute trip that I had 4 months to prepare for, but since I'm me, I completely forgot about it.
I have no idea where this little weird backstory thing is going. I'm sure if you're a fan of Garrett Watts, you're probably happy hearing him waffle on like this, but I honestly couldn't give a fuck, so I'm just gonna fast forward this bit. All I've gotta say is that early on in the video, these forced little half-giggle exhales shoehorned into Garrett's regular speech pattern are like fingers down a fucking blackboard. And to be fair, this could well be more me than it is Garrett, but it's still so bloody annoying.
Almost fell to my actual death there. Oh yeah, that would have killed me.
Maybe just try being less annoying.
I even have my own apartment. That's right, as I walk through the empty woods right now, there is a full apartment that I own that has a shower, air conditioning, absolutely everything that I need. So right now you might be wondering, well, why aren't you there right now?
All I'm thinking is why I'm watching this right now.
Why am I in the middle of the woods right now, slightly cold, very scared, and holding a completely frozen burrito that I bought at a gas station? Yeah, way too frozen to eat. That was a mistake.
Okay, to be fair, that was kind of funny. I'm still trying to figure out if I hate this or not. That's what she said. Right to my face. Yeah.
I know better than to try to stay in that apartment alone, because seemingly, not only is the actual apartment probably the most haunted place I've ever been, but it also seems to sit over a basement that is like the portal to some form of hell.
Are you related to Exploring with Angelo by chance? You both look kinda similar, and this is just the kind of bollocks he would come out with.
This island, which is in fact haunted, have no idea by what. I do think that it is potentially a portal of some kind.
Let me at him! Let me at him! I'll tear him apart!
It is the worst place imaginable to try to go to alone.
Walk back home alone in the dark streets of Hammersmith after finishing your night shift around 3 AM, and then tell me your apartment is the worst place to spend alone.
And I'm not proud of this, but I have been in that place twice since I have owned it. Twice. Once for the video. I bought a haunted apartment where I'm basically discovering it and exploring it for the first time ever. That was terrifying enough. And then a second time when I was in town a few months ago and I tried to go in there alone to try to decorate it with some stuff that I had found at a thrift store. I had the intention of staying there that time too to try to get used to this place. It did not go well.
I'd love to be rich enough to rent a property I'm too scared to live in. That's a whole new level of privilege right there.
Oh my God. Bro, holy... Okay. When I left last, that chair was not facing the door. Look.
Okay, so we've gone back to the first time Garrett filmed in this apartment. Sure, whatever.
Dude, I'm gonna leave.
If only that were true.
you just have to sit here and accept, like, these sounds?
Sounds like me after watching Twin Paranormal. Looks like me after watching Twin Paranormal.
Okay. I don't know if you hear this as clearly as I do. It sounds like someone is trying to open the closet door in the bedroom. Dude, it sounds like someone is... Oh my god.
Yes, it was so scary that you were still able to set your camera up to put this shot in place.
There are sounds coming from that room. Not the wall next door, not outside. That room. I'm not... sorry, I can't even see myself. I don't even know if the camera's filming me right now.
Yes, you do.
It was awful. I think I dropped the stuff in there and lasted about 3 minutes.
That's enough about your sex life, Garrett.
That's right, I, like a complete coward with my tail between my legs, completely lied to my family and said, oh, don't worry about me, I'll just go stay in the apartment tonight. And that is where they think that I am at this very moment. But I am not, because instead, I snuck out to some old property that my family owns, where luckily for me, there is an abandoned ancient trailer that I've slept in before and plan on sleeping in again tonight.
I swear to God, if this abandoned ancient trailer just so happens to be haunted as well, I'm rage quitting YouTube. And I don't want to be too pedantic here, but how the fuck can a trailer be ancient?
Ain't she beautiful? Oh, it's open? That's not a great sign. Hello?
The over-the-top nervous laughter is giving me anxiety, and I didn't even have anxiety issues before watching Garrett Watts.
Are there any serial killers in there? You can't lie to me. You legally have to tell me if you're a serial killer and you're in here. I'll be furious if you're in here and if you're in here and you kill me with a knife. Don't do it.
Yeah, I've now made up my mind. I hate this.
Still better than the apartment by a long shot. Did you hear that? In this trailer. But unfortunately, I do have to go to the apartment alone, technically speaking, at some point, and I'll tell you about that later. I don't care. It's fine. Be brave, boy, Garrett. Don't I look brave? Oh. So maybe, in theory, a new plan is that my uncle's place that I love, the one on by the river, is all locked up right now because it's getting close to midnight. And sure, there's no place to sleep in there because of all the family that's in town, but I do technically know the code to get into their garage. So I suppose there is a world where I could, like, go get some chicken nuggets from McDonald's and try to sleep in there, where at least I wouldn't have to worry about getting bit in half by a snake or an anaconda or a tarantula.
Who cares where you pretend to sleep out of all the properties you and your rich extended family own? I wouldn't be surprised if this trailer is your uncle's and it's just down the road from his own lake house.
I sell him off. But no, I can do this. I'm gonna stay right here. No need to get McDonald's and flee to my uncle's house. I'm brave. I got this. I'll just go to bed right now. Okay. All right. I'm good. I'm brave. Hi, can I do a 20-piece chicken nugget, please?
Any sauce?
The jokes are there and all, I just don't particularly like them. This is exactly the kind of dumb shit I do. It's just the whole ADHD approach to the jokes exhausts me before we get to the fucking punchline. But I think I've gotten the idea of what Garrett Watts' channel is all about. It's a joke. Possibly another parody channel. I guess I can't judge too much until we get to the haunted property bit of the video, but at the moment there's nothing really to get angry about. It just seems like one big giant joke. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's really trying my patience in many different ways.
Good or heartbreaking news, depending on like what kind of person you are, but I was able to access my uncle's garage.
No one cares!
I was not gonna be able to sleep in that trailer. No way, Jose.
Pretty loud for someone who's supposed to be sneaking into the garage where many of your own family members are sleeping. But who really cares? This is obviously just an act.
Because you know what? Tonight, I desperately need to get a good night's sleep. Because whether I like it or not, tomorrow is the day that not only do I have to go back to the haunted apartment, but I also have to sleep in it alone. Which is awful. And I'm going to tell you more about that tomorrow morning. But as for now, I'm going to take my slightly dusty smelling blanket and get as much sleep as I possibly can. Good night.
Well, day 1 was hell on earth. Forgive me guys, but I'm going to skip a whole bunch of this video till Garrett actually gets to his apartment. Because if I watch any more of this pointless, meandering padding, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. In short, the information given to us, the viewer, is that Garrett rented this apartment mainly for somewhere to keep his fucking car while he was visiting his family. Yeah. Really. He's only ever stayed at the apartment twice, and tomorrow he has to hand the keys in as it's the end of his 1-year lease. He also says that he has some unfinished business which will come into the video a little bit later, and as you can all probably guess, I'm on tendered hooks for that one. All of this could have been explained in about 1 or 2 minutes, but it was dragged on for about 10 to 15 minutes to make the video way longer than it has any real business ever being. Garrett has to make a stop at some shop that also just so happens to be haunted to grab a few things before he goes to his apartment.
Okay, not a bad haul. We got Will, who may or may not be possessed, a holy water gun, flashlight, my favorite bone, and headlamp.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on either. At this point, I doubt even Garrett knows what the fuck he's doing.
I actually need to reset the vibe. Like, I need to actually, I'm just at a little gas station stop, okay? A little energy drink moment, a little snack, something, maybe some things for the apartment.
Oh my god, will you get the fuck on with it? We are now halfway through the video and we are still not at the apartment yet. Fuck it, I know I said this already, but I really am gonna skip to the apartment this time, and I'm gonna make sure I do my best to avoid any more of these minefield video fillers.
Dude, I swear I just saw something from behind that plastic.
Maybe go check it out then.
Maybe I'm just tripping.
There seems to be something behind that sheet. Kinda looks a little bit like the outline of a figure. I mean, at very least you could just call out.
Had enough of this. Jesus. Let's go to the apartment.
So Garrett didn't go look behind that sheet or call out to see if anyone was behind it, which has now very much led me to believe that Garrett could well have brought a mate along with him to help him fake this nonsense. I'm pretty sure this isn't a doorway into someone's doorless apartment or anything, or we would have seen an apartment number or maybe even a doormat or something like that. So Garrett can't use that as an excuse on why he didn't call out. I'm not even mad at any of this because of course it's fake. Or if it isn't fake, at very least it is grossly, massively overacted and exaggerated. I mean, I suppose there could be some weird lighting behind that doorway, and the wind could have moved the sheet and given it a sort of illusion that there's a figure behind there. So I suppose if I was to be kind, I could give Garrett that benefit of the doubt. But more than likely, this is all bullshit.
And there's the light fixture that moved. Please don't move this time. Just stay still. Also, why are you on like a haunted house? Jesus. Like, the lighting looks like it was designed by Disney to be scary.
Or designed by Brett Jones. I'm not sure how many of you will get that joke, but just trust me, it's funny.
What the? Did you just hear that knock? Yes, the wooden floors are a little creaky, but that was straight up. The lighting looks like it was designed by Disney to be scary. What the?
The problem I got now, after that whole tarp thing, I just don't trust anything Garrett has to say as far as ghostly claims go. I mean, this happened to him after just 2 minutes of entering the fucking apartment. But of course, since this is an apartment, there will more than likely be people living either side of him in this building and above and below. So there are a lot of more rational reasons on why these noises can be heard. Bloody hell, those floorboards creak louder than the Conjuring house.
That is the loudest in here.
What?
The floors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Every.
That's annoying.
Oh, the attic. Well, just stay there, buddy. Get to you in a second. You want to make a little sound if you're moving things?
Keep my wife's name out your fucking
Oh my.
Calm down.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Yo, what the f? Home sweet home. That's part of why I'm back in here right now, is because I have a theory. Now, first of all, let me just show you a little bit, and I mean like a fraction of what I wanted to do to this place. So when I came in here last time, it was to bring in these beautiful things here. So I got this place because I had this idea that I would come here very often, but because of those things that I mentioned earlier, with the car, with the Prius, and the airlines, it didn't work out. But I had this idea that I would sort of turn this place into this really beautiful, you know, period accurate, like...
Skip to the end.
Face tracking, stop. That. That there is no one there. You see how I'm blurry as hell, completely out of focus? And it's trying to get someone back there? Hello? Apartment pal? If you're back there, could you move so that I could get in focus so I could shoot this video, please?
My guess is that Garrett just pressed his finger on the screen to make the camera focus on that area.
Well, duh.
When I first came into this apartment, the energy in here felt just a little spooky. I don't feel like a malicious, evil presence. I just feel like a presence. Like a little occupied, right? But in like a very, very, very gentle way. The energy of the apartment completely shifted after Andrew and I explored the basement, which many people say is the most horrible part of this entire place. It wasn't until we came back up to this apartment that the vibe in here started to feel actually scary.
So you get the idea. The apartment is being haunted by Casper, then Garrett and his mates pop down to the basement of the building, and some malevolent, nasty spirits literally got a piggyback ride from the fellas to hitch a ride back to the apartment. I mean, sure, why not? Who cares? Let's just press on.
That is when the energy, when we came up from, that's a really bad time for the face tracking to start to track something behind me.
Garrett's right hand is off frame and very much looks like it could be close to the camera to make it autofocus elsewhere. I can't prove this of course, so I'll leave it down to you, dear viewer, on what you think.
Anyways, I was saying that very soon this apartment is going to be someone else's apartment. And it feels very, very, very scary in here. And I don't want them to deal with that scary energy.
That's nice of Garrett. He then explains that in his last visit to the apartment, he grabbed some bell from the basement and brought it back up to his flat. And he is now hoping that if he returns this bell to the basement, it will get rid of whatever negative energy is in his apartment.
That is so stupid!
Now, are we gonna go equipped with what we have as defenses? Sure. Sure we will. Let's see what high-level equipment I have to deal with this journey. Headlamp. Holy water pistol, with what I approximate to be at least 4 squirts of holy water left in it. Airheads, but I gotta be totally honest, those are just for me. Flashlight, of course. The unicorn popcorn, again, that's just for me. This energy drink.
It's like I'm watching the most boring horror movie plotline. Honestly guys, I don't really know much more I can say about Garrett's channel. He's treating the whole thing like it's a big joke, and you know, really, I can appreciate that. Although Garrett Watts isn't necessarily the kind of YouTuber that appeals to me, I guess if I use my imagination, I can see why others would find him funny and charming. I mean, to me, he's loud, obnoxious, and annoying, but I suppose that is just about 80% of the YouTubers out there. But anyway, let's carry on watching this. I gotta see what else Garrett has planned for us.
Oh, also I forgot, I got some pepper spray at the gas station. That's not necessarily for ghosts. This is just for like, well, if there's a serial killer down there, guess what they're gonna get? Pepper spray. If Sam and Colby are down there, I'm not saying I'll pepper spray them, but I might give them a little warning spray. You know, just as a little like, stay off my turf, boys. I'm kidding. I'm not. I'm kidding. I'm not. I'm joking. But I do have the pepper spray in case there's serial killers down there. Okay, let's go.
If downing 10 cans of Red Bull in a row was a person.
Oh no. Oh God. Dude. Oh God, I remember what a labyrinth it was. Jesus.
Couldn't you just chuck the bell anywhere down in the fucking basement and go down the pub? Does it have to be in that box you found it in?
Oh boy, this is really gross without Andrew here. Okay, it's good. I'm tired, boss. Oh, why is that light scary?
It's not.
Why should a light be scary?
It isn't.
Oh, God.
I'll give Garrett this, the basement is creepy, perfect setting for a horror video.
This way. But right here is the room where the bell came from. So So you hear that? Basement buddy dweller? We're friends. We're cool. Don't decapitate me off my head, off my neck right now, please.
Garrett knows he can do a second take, right? He doesn't always have to go with his very first attempt.
The bell came right here from this box. Right at the bottom. Okay. Right at the bottom. Okay.
It's Garrett inhaling. I don't get it. You know when someone says something so stupid that you second guess yourself? Because surely they couldn't be saying something that stupid. You know what I mean? Like you think to yourself, there is no way someone could get something that wrong, that I must misunderstand what they're saying or doing. Well, that's how I feel right now. It's so painfully obvious that Garrett is breathing with one big gasp. Which, you know, would make sense within the context of his own little performance at this stage in the plotline of his own dumb video. So for him to claim this is anything other than his own lungs doing what lungs does is really fucking weird and dumb to me. Like, am I missing something? Because this just sounds like Garrett breathing and he's trying to make out it's something paranormal.
Come on, the chopsticks are perfectly good. I can't just have one of these, please? Can someone just do a sound to give me permission? Okay. No one's gonna be mad if I take these chopsticks. Oh, God, okay. All right. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm putting the chopsticks back in the box too. No more problems. No.
Oh, will you shut the fuck up?
Bye. Thank you so much. Please stay right there if you're there. Bye, backrooms. I'm gonna run into a demon. I just know it.
My brain feels like it's run a marathon.
You know, maybe it's the lack of quality sleep, okay? Maybe it's my whimsy, but the apartment does feel nicer now.
This place feels nice now, and I always wanted a chance to shower in the bathroom. Although I will admit that I did kind of forget that Andrew and I figured out that there might be a demon up there. But I've done enough work today, okay?
I feel like everyone involved in the making and watching of this video has put in way more work than they ever should have. This is about as much of all of this as I can handle, so I'm going to have to end the video right here. A bit later, Garrett makes out the apartment is still haunted and just runs out. And yeah, that's pretty much where the video mercifully ends. So, in conclusion, I think it's pretty safe to say that Garrett Watts isn't necessarily my cup of tea. I think this short little clip here of Garrett pretty much sums him up perfectly.
Let's go, let's see what's down there. Okay, oh my God, let's see what's down there to help us. I'm really tempted just to say, fuck whatever's down there and just leave, but let's go, because that's what I'm here for, and I'm brave.
I get that people find it funny, and there is a funny element to it, but it's just not for me. I think we can all agree that it's all fake, and I'm not even mad about it, because it's just so fucking silly. So anyway, if you enjoyed my take on Garrett Watts, then please like this video and consider subscribing to the Side Eye Guy channel. Right, I now have to go be kind to my traumatized brain by sticking a pencil up it. Ta very much, cheerio!